This is the Carlton Podcast. Here's your host, Tony Moclair.
Hello and welcome to the Carlton Podcast, hosted by me, Tony Moclair, and currently undefeated in 2 consecutive bouts. In the red corner, Mitch, the kamikaze kid Robinson. Robbo, how are you?
Is it too early to joke around, or should I still be serious about missing a couple of weeks?
Well, no, look, the tragedy is we're about to get to with our guest, who I'll introduce in just a tick.
You wouldn't even read about it.
You're on how many games right now?
99.
You've been suspended for how many weeks?
2.
That's got to hurt, but we will explore that with our next guest. Now, cop this guy's CV. They say premature talk about the death of what's called the Renaissance man, the man who can literally do anything.
Yep,
that's our next guest.
And we weren't getting very many ratings with our current football players, so we thought, let's go outside the box.
It was a great idea.
Tapping a celeb. We had Andy Lee locked in, but he went away sick, so we got the next
gone
best
one better, I reckon.
Yeah, that's what I reckon.
Our next guest began his radio career at age 18 on 3RRR, the alma mater of so many great Melbourne radio legends.
Incorrect. Already wrong.
Right. Hey, you're not allowed to speak.
You can't speak yet.
This
is our bio.
I'll do whatever I want.
No, this is our bio.
Now, his other radio ventures have included hosting the Rush Hour on Melbourne's Triple M.
Wrong.
Don't contradict your completely contrived CV, Sam Pang. Are you saying there's Mitch 2 Robinson errors off the top?
One is definitely not 18. Didn't go to a radio station until I was 28.
But you were at Triple R?
Yes.
Yes, and you did co-host the Breakfasters?
Yes, you said I hosted the Rush Hour. The Rush Hour is with Billy Brownless and James Brayshaw, of which I've appeared on once.
I have.
Yeah, that'll do. That'll do.
Now you've got me.
Okay, well now you're going to deny hosting ADBC.
I never deny that.
All right. What
Mitch,
about
now ADBC,
Santos Eminence Cup Fever?
Yeah, well, as a general rule, when your name's in the title, it's hard to say I didn't do it.
The other Sam Pang.
Yeah, the other one. Mitch Robinson would love ADBC.
Yeah, I've heard of it.
Do you want to throw a history question at him then, Sam?
Yeah, it made its way down in Tassie, but yeah.
History question.
Geez, from that, I did 26 eps.
Yeah.
Now I've got to remember one thing.
Come on.
What year was the Great Fire of London?
I reckon that was early 1900s, because that's when they had the big Ferris wheel just being put up. I'm saying 1945.
1666.
There you go.
And it started in, you know this.
Yes.
Where?
Either a baker's or a horse stable.
A bakery.
Yeah. How big was the fire?
It went all over London and blazed for
12
weeks.
years.
It was. There's a urban myth that it actually resulted in the end of the plague. But that's not true.
So was it investigated and was it deliberate or not?
Yeah. Yes.
I don't know. Might have
or
been
it was
for
a mistake from the baker baker in the back of the shop.
So bakers are the baking, From now on, that's what Mick says. If the bakers are the bakers, the ruckman be ruckman.
Right. Okay. If only they had baths in England, they could have had something.
And we're also looking for a new producer, by the way, because you can't get any facts straight when we've got the big Sam Pang in.
2 other things about Sam Pang. He is the star of Have You Been Paying Attention on Channel 10. Also, and we look forward to the Mitch Robinson episode of this.
What's that?
Driving with Sam Pang, the series where how's this for a labour of love, Sam Pang? Tell us about the concept of the show, how it came about, and who this week's star is.
Should I start with a sponsor?
Yes.
Yeah. Hyundai.
Yeah.
Or Hyundai.
You can say
How do you say it?
Hyundai.
I can't say. I've been saying Hyundai for ages, and now it's Mitch. What is it?
Hyundai.
Yeah, Hyundai.
Right, great.
I don't know how I know.
I get banned.
I've been trying to get a free car from them for like 6 years now, and they don't give me one. But I'm the only one who can say the name properly.
I didn't get a free car. I even have to pay for the car for the hour that I drive around with these guys.
You're usually the passenger as well. You don't get to drive it.
Absolutely. Yeah, so that's Mitch is right. The idea, Tone, is that a current or former great of the club takes me for a drive. So we go for a drive for anywhere from half an hour to 50 minutes, and then about 10 minutes goes on a little webisode on the Carlton website, where this podcast is, and it's called Driving with Sam Pang. Last week was Chris Judd.
Yes.
I think I can say that this week, when are we going to where?
End of the week.
End of the week.
Thursday, Friday?
Thursday, Friday.
I've got a big scoop. David Parkin.
Damn.
Wow.
Yeah, it's amazing. So, and
Have you already done it?
Yes, I've already done it.
That's good?
Parkin.
Oh,
Mitch,
mate, if that's not a plug, I don't know what is.
Parkin for 50 minutes was unbelievable. So, unfortunately, you're only going to get to see 10, but it is amazing. Previously, like I said last week, was Chris Judd. I've had Wayne Johnson, Harry Madden, Mark McClure, Alex Marcoux, Cooter and Ange did one.
Cooter and Ange, did they drive by a kebab shop while you're there or not?
Can you?
I asked about the kebab shop.
I have to go back and I've watched
Almost
a
lost
couple.
Cooter. Almost lost him right
really?
at the end.
Yeah.
Oh, the great ad.
Just out of interest, how did they decide? How did Ange end up driving?
Cooter's just so cool.
Yeah.
That, if it was up to Cooter, he wouldn't even had a top on. You know what I mean? Like Ange would have.
True.
So Ange was pretty. Yeah, actually, I don't even think Cooter had a choice. Ange just went straight to the wheel.
$100 bucks.
okay, yeah.
$100 on the Cooter's wearing a Herbalife shirt. Correct?
No, he's
I will
not.
not. No, I will not take that bet because you are right.
Yeah. Okay. I wasn't that
mate.
observant.
Publicity.
And
Any-
congratulations on his recent Hall of Fame.
Thoroughly
rightly
deserved.
so, rightly
Thoroughly
so.
deserved.
Juddy, we can see Juddy, your time with Juddy on Driving with Sam Pang.
Currently up now.
Give us 3 revelations from the great man that you were
Alcoholic?
able to get out of him.
whole off-air on-air thing. What about Mitch just getting into me about how hard-hitting the interview
Oh,
was
yes.
beforehand?
I love
What did you-
there's a bold question in there. There's a very bold
There you
question.
go.
Yeah.
Mike
Beg
Sheen's
the
not
pun.
asking that one, Mitch.
Yeah.
He did not ask that one. It was it goes along the
Yes.
lines of could you have held on to your hair or could you have not? And he said he thought he had a couple more years left in him. And you know what? I think the thinning look isn't the best. So good on Juddy for getting rid of it.
What fascinated me about that, Sam Pang, because you were leading up to that question, and then it was the one out of left field.
Yep.
It was good. I watched the whole thing. I hated it. And the last part was the best.
Thank you, mate. The question was, eventually I got to Chris.
Yeah.
Do you miss your hair?
Yeah.
That's a nice way to put it, don't you think?
It was a good question because he does obviously suit a full head of hair. But what fascinated me about it was he's a solid goal player. He's one of the elite players in the competition. And it was when he's at West Coast, somebody comes up to him. The only issue he has with Chris Judd is his hair.
He
A
had receding,
teammate.
he reckons he had receding hairlines.
Yeah.
Like a couple-
Intervention.
yeah.
It was an intervention.
A couple
Someone-
cul-de-sacs going on until he's
Yeah.
a little bit.
That's there.
That's your issue with Chris Judd?
I don't want to. You've turned it into like Frost Nixon. It's not really that. It was
Mate,
a
we're
bit
the
lighter
media.
than
We're the
that.
media now.
I
This
know.
is a media central.
Do you enjoy the media, Mitch?
Absolutely. Yep.
He's
Love
a
it.
natural
Getting
at
to
it.
hang out with one of the comedy icons of this country.
I'll just
Oh,
grab
yeah.
Sam Pangs in here
Mitch
as well.
Robinson.
So yeah, the three revelations. One was the baldness was that someone, an old West Coast teammate, came up to him and said, "It's time."
Yeah.
Got the
You
tap
should
on the shoulder.
Yeah. Was
What
he
else?
like
Favourite
a
drink?
delegate of the team? Did they all-
They all got together and said,
Is it alcoholic? Favourite drink?
"Favourite
something.
drink?"
Favourite
Scotch,
drink?
Scotch with soda. I thought it'd be a bit of a man and stay on the rocks, but
Yeah.
that's Juddy for you.
And player that he wished he'd play with in the old days was
This was a
Dominator,
perfect
was it?
choice.
Was it
Yeah,
Dominator?
Dominator. Yeah.
And he reckons like he didn't see him play back in the day, but he's watched a couple of tapes. Big game player.
Mm.
Juddy's a big game player.
yeah.
Actually, Juddy is every game player.
But you made an excellent point in that, Sam, that if Dominator had one weakness, it was that he wasn't a small game player.
Mitch, this is my theory that
Raising his fist.
big games. Yeah, this is my theory because no one else is stupid enough to bring it up. Big games, easy to get up for. Easy to get. Everyone wants to get
More
up
to
for.
lose,
Big Small games. That's what I asked actually Jono during the drive with him. I said, you're a big game player and Collingwood and grand finals, you love those things. But mate, what about getting up for St Kilda at Moorabbin in the middle of June? That's a hard game to get up with.
Yeah.
They're a small game player. He goes, I didn't really get up
Yeah.
for them. So
Well, I guess
Mick
that's
has made a similar
creeping in a
point.
bit this year with us too, I guess,
Yes.
because we have played pretty well against the best teams, and it feels like we've got something to prove. When we played the less teams that we should beat, about 4 of those games this year we should have won, and it is harder to get up for, but there shouldn't be any consolation. You should be in there going hard and doing the same thing. We're getting paid pretty well to do that, so it shouldn't be what kind of game, should it?
I should say this, Mitch, that I taped Sunday night's game against Collingwood. I haven't watched it yet, so just don't spoiler alert. Don't give anything
We lost.
away. Well, so between the two of you here and myself and Mads the producer, this is like a crowd on a Sunday night football game. By the way,
It has the same sort of intimacy, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Well, there was more
Robbo,
than-
what was that
mean?
feeling like? When you got to the ground, were you preparing yourself mentally to do what you do in front of 80,000 people? And then you were...
I thought we were meant to be playing Etihad because there wasn't any people. I thought we got to the wrong ground when I got
Yeah.
there. So, I don't know. It's different. We've played a few Sunday nights this year, and it's been well speculated that hasn't been a crowd attending matches. So I think they'll be thrown away. But it doesn't really bother me. I get pretty excited to play for any game against any crowd. Doesn't really matter. So.
Sunday nights are officially gone. I think
I think so. Yeah,
but
I think
Tuesday afternoon is back on the books.
Yeah, that's right.
Remember, that's when they used to play State of Origin games. Tone?
Oh, I didn't know
Has to
that.
come home from school. And
I would tune into that. If it's State of Origin, I would tune into it.
Yeah.
Definitely. That's a different story. But AFL, just keep it to Friday, Saturday, Sunday arvos.
Growing up in Tasmania, who would you actually barrack for in a State of Origin match?
We didn't have a TV in Tasmania.
Okay, well, let's hypothetically then, between,
No, I
say,
had the
Victoria
radio.
and WA, who would you be barracking for?
Well, I was asking this question because in New South Wales and Queensland, they play the rugby.
Yeah.
If I played for Melbourne Storm, could I play for either of those teams or not?
Sam Payne over to you.
I don't know what the hell you're talking
Yeah,
about. No. What you're saying from Tassie?
I'm from Tassie, so who can I qualify? I think we have the Allies, so I can play for them.
You can play the Allies. You can't play for Queensland or New South Wales.
No.
Right.
So that
Because I'm not from, so they're kind of being discriminative. But
although I'd watch Tassie take on South Australia in rugby, wouldn't that be a good? That would be a good.
I don't think there's actually any
rugby
players.
It's not my bag. Not ever. Not ever. What a week they've had.
But I'd love to see come back. I was actually watching a game on Fox Footy the other night with SA versus Victoria, and it was amazing back in the 80s, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
And Big Lockett was playing ruck, and SA got up. So I didn't really know any of the SA players besides Kernahan and that. But
That used to kill me watching State of Origin games against South Australia and seeing great Carlton players play against Victoria. That used to be like a knife in the heart for me.
Yeah, because there was Kernahan,
Bradley,
Motley,
yeah.
Nayley. That'd all be
Yeah.
South Australians.
you can't complain because they did pretty well for Carlton at the same time.
Well, yeah, but it's still,
Yeah.
it was almost...
Unless you're full Victoria supporter. Yeah, go Victoria. We're so arrogant. We're the
Yeah,
best.
kick a Vic, the South Australians would be holding up those signs. I remember Ryan Fitzgerald, who I did a radio show with, his sign that he took was... we eat wheat Vicks for breakfast.
Oh, how
Yeah.
smart's that one? You Victorians are amazing.
Booyah.
Wow.
And South Australia would routinely win.
That would easy.
But now, what we lacked in that game, I think, was fists flying. And that's what you bring to a contest, Mitch Robinson.
I'm playing in the wrong era.
The good thing about at least Sunday night was that there were half the amount of normal witnesses to see what you did.
I thought no one saw it. I literally saw it. But then trust me, my Twitter saw it because I was copying it left, right and centre from every Collingwood supporter.
And so as soon as the incident happened, what did you think? Did you give yourself 2 weeks or did you...
Look at what about you over there? You're like this is like an after-match press conference.
Yeah.
You're really
It is.
drilling him.
Yeah.
I don't feel comfortable enough to
Don't
do that
you?
with
What
Mitch,
should we,
no.
well, I'll hand over to Sam.
No,
Payne,
no,
then,
I've
and
got nothing.
I'm going to ask you what your
I-
favourite episode of The Sopranos is.
I haven't watched The Sopranos. I've watched a couple episodes. I do like it, but I just don't have time for it at the moment anyway.
I thought you were stiff to get 2 weeks.
I
Yeah.
thought, the game, I don't know, I can't say too much, but 2 weeks is pretty hefty for that. I think I've got to work on, obviously, my impulse actions. You just can't be doing it because I'm costing my teammates and the coaches, and, I'm just starting to find some good footy and good routine and stuff, and then that goes and happens, especially on the eve of the 100th, which is a massive milestone for any player, so...
Can I just say one thing? This may not go down well. I was just happy that you hit the target.
I hope that stays in. Can you...
That's actually there. That's straight to the heart. I just met you.
But it's from a place of love. Mitch.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that makes it better.
Of course.
Robert, can you... so you're back in 2 weeks' time, all going well, your match fitness is good, everything, you're back in 2 weeks. You need to hear this now, because this is a very interesting potential record that's going to happen.
Yes.
When Mitch Robertson comes back for his 100th game against North Melbourne, what record will that set for the Carlton Football Club?
First Tasmanian. It'll be... I think Chris Yarran is on 97 games and Lockie Henderson's on 97 games. So coming up to that North Melbourne game, there'll be 3 blokes hitting the 100 mark if we're all healthy, and Mick doesn't want to take the harsh road and drop me for being undisciplined, so touch wood.
Mick's he's a softie. He'll play.
Of
course he will. That's a
he would.
beautiful... it's like when Sheedy played the 4 Danahers for that one game together. To have Mitch, Yaz and Lockie run out together for 100th game against North at...
On Friday night, their home game.
yeah.
They choose us
Friday
every
night.
year, so hopefully it's a big occasion, and we have a couple of wins till then.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be great.
That'd be good to lead into that.
Fingers crossed it will be as emotional as Mick Martin's milestone game in the Carlton Jumper when he was chaired off the ground by his Carlton teammates. What a moment that was in Carlton history. Thank you, Dennis Pagan,
hard
for that.
hitting. You are.
Yeah,
No, that's the
you
start.
know what? Black Irish, long bitter memory. Where do we lose the game against Collingwood, Robbo? Where'd it go wrong?
Yeah, we had a bit of a meeting today. We dissected a few problems that happened on the night. We talked about first giving away first quarter leads. That happened a few times now, and to come back, like everyone can say, yeah, it's good by us, and we showed a bit of heart and stuff. Come back, but we can't be doing that. If we really want to win a game, I think it was a 6-goal first quarter again, and 2. So the inside 50s were amazing compared to ours. We had about half of what they had, and to score when we went inside was good. But yeah, just turnovers has killed us again. We had them on toast sometimes, and we'd turn the ball over pretty easily. So we'd come back straight in our face, and we didn't make it easy for our backmen being 1-on-1 every time with especially Cloak and those blokes. So they kept a few of them quiet, but it's just another disappointing loss that we can just hopefully move on from. And
Mitch, do you know the answer to this? Do you know what is the most we've been beaten by this year? Because as a fan, it feels as though that we are just in. When I say we, you guys, but that we're in every game. We're just, we're Collingwood are in a top 8 team, and with 4 minutes to go, we're down by 10 points. I mean, it's not we're getting blown away every week.
I'm saying when you do lose against teams below you, it kind of hurts you, and people start thinking the losses are worse than they are. So we have played well against the top of the ladder teams, and we've been pretty close to them within ranging 5 points to 12 points or whatever. But no, our win-loss ratio isn't looking very good at the moment. But the deficit that we're losing by is obviously shorter than it looks. So
when Henderson missed. Was a gimme goal from a set shot. What does that do to the team? Does that just rob you of momentum? It's happened a couple of times this year where chances have gone begging in the dying stages of a game, and you think, what if? But does that hurt you on the field? Yeah,
it's all could have, should have kicked it, that kind of stuff. But we had the momentum coming last quarter. I think we got to 8 points, and if we kicked a goal, it would have been up 2. So we felt like we were definitely back in it. We knew last time when we played Collingwood, we kicked 7 goals in the last quarter, and if we had an extra quarter, we probably would have won that game. But when that happens, a couple of set shots and a couple on the run, we missed them pretty easy. That could change the whole game. But we don't know the outcome now because we lost obviously, but. Then it goes down the other end, and we have a turnover, and it costs us bad, and Solbod runs into a 50-metre goal. So yes, it seems like we are working a lot harder for our goals, and it's just not coming off at the moment. But if we stick at it, our structures and stuff are doing well. We're defensively going all right. We just got to clean up our disposal, etc. So,
watching the game with Sam Pang on Sunday night, that missed shot.
You were? You watching with him?
Yeah,
we watched it together.
Did you go for a drive first and have a talk, or did
no, there was none.
You weren't listening.
Sam was enjoying a glass of red wine. It was a $90 glass of red wine.
Are you getting paid for that show? Because we're getting paid absolutely nothing, and I couldn't afford a $90 bag of goon.
It was I was thinking of a bag of goon. That's what the Tone brought, and I thought, no, I might have one of them. I'm going to have this over here.
I'm going to play the good stuff.
You had to class it up a bit.
When you do bring a cask of wine, right?
Yeah.
It is polite to actually put it on the table, not rest it in your lap for the whole night, Tone. That's all I'd say.
And you meant to bring a full goon bag, not the pillow afterwards when you blow it up.
I drained it and then went to sleep in the third quarter. A bit like we did.
No, you could have said the first quarter, because we came back from there, mate.
There we go.
Yeah, so what was his... Yeah, I had a glass of red wine. That's all right. I can drink beer. I can do anything.
No,
I'm a man. I can drink beer. Watch this.
Get me a can and a fork. I'm going to shotgun a can right now.
Okay, we'll do it. It's a bit early.
We watched it together, and it was...
sounds romantic. The way with a bottle of wine.
There were other men in the room, and there was a blazing log fire as well. It is true, isn't it?
And there might have been a blankie on the floor on a rug.
Bearskin, yeah. No, that's where it ended.
This might get in the Herald.
But no, it won't. Trust me. No.
And big Tony Moclair.
The Carlton Podcast get publicity? That's not going to happen.
No, mate, we've had a couple and you know.
Sam, your thoughts on Sunday Night Football?
Raging success.
Yeah.
Is that did that come out?
Why?
I said this before, Tone. That I'm just surprised round one's over. Yeah. That went for so long, but I don't know. I know that they're happy with Thursday nights. Thursday nights, I think they're pretty happy with. I'm talking about the AFL.
Yeah.
But as a supporter, in terms of just general fatigue from a Thursday, if you have a round starting at Thursday night, and not finishing till Sunday nights, and every now and then there's Monday football.
It's a long bender, isn't it?
It's pretty long. It's just too long. You know what I mean? I know that you can't go back to the days when all the games were played at the same time on a Saturday afternoon, but just make it special. Make it not boutique, or just so that we look forward to Friday nights are a great night. I mean, it doesn't even matter who's playing. You just go, okay, I'm gonna watch the footy. But yeah, that's Sunday nights is officially gone.
It's officially dead and buried. And Mitch Robinson, you should take a bow because you helped play a part in that. So I think
well done. What a
yeah.
legacy.
I don't know what to think of that.
No. But you just played a part in a game that was just
privileged.
badly scheduled by the AFL. But we will admit any criticism of the AFL. Sam, I need to ask you because I suddenly have a crisis of faith in all the biomaterial of yours that I have in front of me. It does say that you played for the Collingwood Football Club's under-19s in 1991.
What?
Why would you say that?
Because it's written right in front of me.
Mitch, I don't want to...
No,
And this is what I was referring
and you
to
said it comes straight from the
before.
heart. I bet there's a little bit of Collingwood in the back of the heart too, is there?
There is none at all. 14 games as a permanent forward. Kicked 1 goal, Mitch. Can you believe they didn't keep me on the list?
That's a pretty good
Yeah.
record.
Yeah, thank you. So, back in my day... Wow, how old did I sound then? There was zoning, Mitch, and so I had no choice.
You had a choice. You could have moved house.
That's true.
Actually, I'm going to
What were you
start
doing?
blaming my parents. I blame them for a lot of things.
You can do
but
that. That's one of them.
Yeah, they should have bought somewhere. They should have bought in Lygon Street.
Yeah.
And if they bought in
yeah.
Lygon Street, they could have been laughing now too because it would have been worth millions.
That's true. That's a good point. But
Because
and also I would have been an under 19s Carlton player instead of a Collingwood player.
Because you are dyed in the wool Carlton. There's no
Absolutely, it's
questioning
in the
your
family.
allegiance.
You're wearing a
you
navy
know-
jumper now.
What's that?
You're wearing a navy as well.
Yes,
Repping navy. I
it's
don't know what club that is though.
It's the French national soccer team.
Yeah.
I liked it. Bring it
Oh,
up. They won last night. But
Bonjour.
the World Cup. It's quite a big event.
Je m'appelle Mitchell.
What year did you do French till? What was it? Just
I did Japanese, mate. Bokken on the Maiwa, Mitch Des.
Oh, well, now it comes out.
Wow.
Mate,
This is much more interesting than...
I've been playing dumb this whole time for 6 years, and then bang.
How far did you get with the Japanese, Mitch?
As far as I need to go. If I need to go to Japan for a couple of years, then I'll be laughing.
Okay.
So, how many podcasts have you done with Mitch? In this, if
This is
finally
my
comes
second
out?
year with Mitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have no interest in other people generally.
It's-
I mean, that's
he
the
just
problem
talks the
with
whole...
you, I know.
I don't have to say anything.
Mitch Robinson knows Chinese and a little bit of French. This is just coming out now, Tone.
Well, sorry.
Oh,
we
mate.
unless we do an official podcast for the Japanese Football League.
We'll put subtitles on there somehow.
Yeah.
We'll do it back like
Hey,
that. We get Morgan Freeman to do a voiceover afterwards.
We're always looking to go international. This podcast could go international.
That's
purely
great.
because of Mitch.
I love it.
You've been holding him back.
We
Let him do one in Japanese next week.
Do more
we go.
international travel than
Why
Sam
not?
Pang, Mr.
Why not?
Eurovision and World Cup.
Don't.
Hang and I can go back to Thailand. We do what I want.
This is not.
Am I close?
How is Chinese? That's fine. They're over there.
Pang's Chinese.
Yeah, Pang's Chinese.
Oh, there we go. I was close.
Why do you
Asia.
don't turn this into "This Is Your Life" with your little resume over there, Tone? We don't need to go through.
He
my
can't wait till he gets a bio
CV.
done on him.
Exactly.
All right. Okay.
Tell Mitch about Guido Hatzis.
Oh, mate, he would... I know. Trust me, I know.
Do you know?
I know.
Yeah, he knows. Don't worry, he knows. We did an
Doesn't-
OB last year.
Doesn't take
And
long for
Guido
it to
Hatzis
come out, by the way.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Yeah. Jeez, it's only... God, don't bring it up. It's only 2 ARIA awards and 2 platinum albums. I don't know why you even brought it up, Sam Pang.
Bring in the aria next week for Mitch, because I was at a recent dinner with Tone. I tell you what, the main had not been served, and all of a sudden the aria was in the middle of the table. Just in case you have, if you want to just talk about things, if you're just general
Just conversation. I couldn't imagine you going on a date. Oh, and by the way, here's my aria. It just happens to be in my pocket.
Actually, the waiter brings it over. It's amazing.
Your aria served with some pasta.
Who is the other? You got 2. Where's the other one?
Jules has got
Jules got the other
Yeah.
one. Nice.
All right. St Kilda, Robbo.
Yep.
We have a long and storied history with this club. How are we going to beat them?
Well, they've been one of the teams that we've beaten this year, so we can reflect on that game and kind of... there's not too much of the ins and outs for the team. It's pretty much the same match as before, so it's a must-win game. Look, going forward, we need to get this win and take it into Sydney over there, so it's need to get a win.
Where will you be watching the game, Sam?
You two will be watching it with a glass of wine and...
Roaring fire.
And a bowl of pasta,
That's right.
101 Dalmatian
Yeah.
style. We'll be doing it that way.
That's not a bad show.
Or is that Lady in the Tramp?
That was Lady in the Tramp. I
Lady in
think,
the Tramp, sorry. Wrong reference.
Idiot.
Unfortunately, that's when I record the show you mentioned. Have you been
Yes.
paying attention? So I'll have to... I'll just do it on the, IQ and just
Okay.
go home and watch it and Just so don't,
You're going to have 5
Alright,
games
spoiler.
built up by the time you get to watch them. You had to watch them all at once. You have a movie marathon.
Spoiler alert, yeah. So
Right.
that's, I look forward to that. Can't wait.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where will Mitch be watching it? In the stands?
Well, that's a good point.
I'm going to go up the coach's box this week. No. I'll probably be there with my smile on and, helping out the boys where I can, and I'll probably bring my son along as well to sit in the stands with him.
Chancy boy. Now, Sam, since you've been in, this is your second time in at the podcast.
No, first.
No, I thought
Never
it was
done
second.
one. I tried to. Oh, what a surprise!
He's
Some
tried
information wrong.
There we go.
I've tried to get on last year. I tried to get on the year before when you did it with Jamo.
Got to be good.
Mate, who have you had?
If you couldn't get on the one with Jamo,
bigger than me.
if you couldn't get on the one with Jamo on him, then you're nowhere.
Yeah, exactly.
Luke Mitchell. You kidding me?
Luke Mitchell, who's that? Oh,
Got delisted.
Oh, that fella.
last year.
Really?
He was
My
a
bad.
very good performer in the podcast.
he
No
was.
doubt.
Yeah.
He was.
So when you go Luke Mitchell or Sam Pang, you
Sam
understand
Pang.
the decision we made.
Sam, if I was on the show, it would have been Sam Pang. Trust me.
Thank you, Mitch. This is the one reason that you would get an agent to try to book me on stuff like this, because I haven't been able to get on in 2.5 years.
Well, you've
You
made
just got to
it
start
down.
an email account that doesn't say Sam Pang and says like Sam Orangapang.
Judd reference.
Judd
to
reference,
the,
if you watch the show.
episode that he watched.
That's just
driving
one of the
the
greatest
Sam Pang.
Juddisms ever.
It was terrible.
See, that's why he's a champion. That's a ripper. Are you kidding me?
As an icebreaker, pretty much got in the car. He goes,
Exactly.
has anyone ever called you Orangapang? I was like, no, Juddy, they haven't.
No.
How's
and from
the
then on,
recall?
Yeah. I think Mitch definitely has seen the episode. But
I'm a
yeah,
blue.
Mitch
I'm a
has
blue.
absolutely got it right.
Yeah.
It's an icebreaker. I
Yeah.
left it in.
That was great. And then the hard-hitting question started, and the torrent
Do you
of
smoke?
confession started too.
I thought, do you smoke with pretty hard hitting?
If he was a Carlton grade from 30 years ago, the answer would have been yes.
It would have been
wouldn't it?
yes, socially.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say, which
Meeting
kind
at
of smoking are we
half-time.
talking about?
All right. Now, Sam, having never been on the podcast before, you are possibly unaware of the segment that we do at the very end. It's called Do You Know Your Teammates Mitch Robinson and Sam Pang? We're stretching the definition of teammate just for
know.
you today.
Mitch
But
is
what-
an elite athlete and I'm a supporter.
Well, what I'm going to do is throw a bunch of clues at you, and you just have to guess which current member of the playing group the clues refer to. You
All right.
ready?
Yeah.
So I'm doing a bit of ADBD on you. ADBC?
What a
ADBD.
surprise, something else wrong from
Sounds
you.
like
Tony.
AC/DC.
How- what an editing job that poor Luca has for this one. He'll be going through it word for word.
Okay.
It's been
So
a
I've just got
shambles
this. You're giving clues, and there's only one answer. It's about one
Yes, it's
player.
about
it-
one
yeah.
player in the playing group.
there.
Right.
And you don't have to say buzz or anything. You just got to go answer.
Yep.
Because Kerno stuffed up last week by saying buzz and answer, and then went to another answer, and I won.
Yeah. So
Okay.
there's high stakes here. 1. I made my debut for the Blues during our round 1 clash against Richmond in 2007.
It's Chris Judd.
No, it's not.
Currently, I've played 169 games for Carlton and have kicked 92 goals.
Bryce Gibbs.
I was going to say Chris Judd.
Bryce Gibbs! Yeah!
Bryce
got
Gibbs.
it.
Bryce Gibbs.
Robert,
Yes!
yes, it is Bryce Gibbs.
Oh yeah.
I knew it was
Although-
169 because I was talking to him the other day about how many games he's played because he must be the quickest up to 200, I reckon. Surely. 25, 24, 20, yeah, 25 years old.
Yeah,
2 more seasons, he'd be 200 gamer player. That's ridiculous.
that's pretty
Bryce
good.
Gibbs played it in 2007.
Number 1 in
Yes.
2006 draft pick.
I remember
That seems like a long time ago.
being on radio in Adelaide in 2006 and speaking to him when he was number 1 draft pick.
I played in Adelaide when I
That's-
was in 2006, I think it was, and
Yeah.
he was the superstar over there.
yeah.
Young kid, like 17, whatever, playing in the seniors, is
Yeah.
40 touches a game and just dominating.
And you were doing radio in Adelaide, and you spoke to him on the. as
He
an
was on
interviewer.
Schoolies weekend.
Did Aria come up?
Just
slip that in, didn't you?
So you might be number 1 draft pick, Gibbsy, but
Which
I've got no
one? Which area are you talking about, Sam Pang?
Mitch, how do you do that, mate?
I've never heard about the Arias and stuff. This is news to
Exactly.
me.
That's how significant and relevant the Arias are. That a young man like Mitch has no idea what they are.
He does know about my runner-up in the category of the Aviation Defence
God.
Journalist
Oh, no.
Awards of 2013, where my profile of the Aerospace Operational Support Group of the RAAF.
Is that what the tattoo's about?
No.
The airplane and young?
Oh, yeah.
In
but-
for the
But not
reward.
to do with AO,
Okay.
not to do with test pilots. He knows about that.
You know that last sentence of yours
Yeah.
is one of your great strengths, right? And also one of your great weaknesses.
He made something so crap sound amazing, didn't he?
It's great, and then You don't really want too much of it. You know what I mean? Like, just enough, Tone.
Tony.
No,
Tony,
you know I love
Tony,
you.
I once got my pen license.
Oh, there you go.
Don't worry about it, man.
All right, see?
And I still use it this day. I still use a pen now.
How is your penmanship?
Wouldn't
No
go
good?
Too far, nah. Well,
Yeah.
I'm back
Modern-
to I'm back to pencil now.
See, I have real concerns about penmanship in the modern
Is that a
day.
pencil case that you brought up today?
No, it's a man bag,
Oh,
Mitch.
a man
It's
bag.
what people call it a man bag. I like to refer to it as a stylish pouch. And
It's a satchel.
yeah, and it's got all my personal belongings in
Effects.
it. Yeah.
So what's in there?
There's like a phone, there's a wallet, there's keys, there's a diary. I'm an asthmatic, so there's
So
an
if
inhaler.
you lose that
Right.
thing, then you've stuffed.
Yeah, but I feel as though it's
Always at the top of your mind?
Yeah,
Where's
it's
my man purse?
more unlikely that I'm going to lose that, as
Yeah.
you could say. It's like it's big. As
So if
opposed to
all that
just
stuff was in your
pockets.
pockets, you'd be like, I'm going to lose my pants.
No, it'd just be uncomfortable. I like to walk
true.
around unencumbered.
Is it big enough to hold the last shreds of your dignity? Just out of
You know, it's so big you could fit an aria in it.
Oh! Snap! No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did.
So what do you think, Mitch? Do you think you rate it or not?
Success, mate. Just keep rolling
Mate,
with
it's
it.
the
You
future.
do you, mate.
It's
You
the
do you.
future.
I'm
You
on
can
it.
walk around with your keys and your wallets and your phone and everything, but mate, I put it in one.
Yeah, all right.
You got to wrap it up now.
Don
be here
Scott,
first.
eat your heart out.
Sam Pang,
that
who you
was
can
fun.
see. Well, it was great to have you. You can see Sam Pang driving around with Chris Judd at the moment. Stay tuned, though, because the revelations come thick and fast with the great David Parkin. Am I right or am I right?
Driving with Sam Pang is the series. It's on the website. Mitch-
CarltonFC.com.au. You'll be able to see it under Engine Room. Sam Pang driving with the legend Pang.
Can you give us a smidge, just a tease on what we might get with David Parkin?
Yes, I will say that David Parkin reveals who his favourite ever Carlton player is.
Ooh,
Wow.
shivers.
You got that out of him. Was there...
Well, mate, I asked one question and then 4 hours later we pulled and stopped the car. That's how easy it
You
was.
pulled up at the club and goes, oh, yeah, that bloke was, by the way.
Yeah, exactly. We just picked one of them. He threw a dart at his 1982 premiership team. No, it's... I say this sincerely. 50 minutes in a car with David Parkin was amazing, and that episode will go up later this week. And, Chris Judd's up there at the moment. All the others are there.
Yep.
And, one day, hopefully, we get Mitch in. And how's your driving?
Ooh, I was a go-kart champion in Tasmania, so
See, there's plenty to talk about. This is what I talk about. I'll be talking go-karts, not football.
my different
All right.
languages, I can speak
Yeah.
different languages.
So, yeah, a Japanese-speaking go-kart champion
And this is the longest outro that we've had on the whole podcast.
ever, I think it is. Sam Pang, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you, Tone. Thank you, Mitch.
No
Thank
worries,
you,
thanks,
Robbo.
mate.
We'll catch you next week.
Go Baggers. See you against North
Indeed.
Melbourne.
Go Baggers.